Well, good evening, all. We would like to welcome you to the Geneva-Excelsior Lions Club. This is a special meeting tonight, so we want to begin and move along because we have many things to do. And we'll start with the pledge to the flag, which I will recite. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You snuck up on me.
You certainly did, but isn't that nice? And now for the invocation, Lion Zenny will do the invocation. Zenny, unmute yourself. She's not unmuted, Lyle. Hit her.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, Lord, we offer you this gathering to you and ask you to bless it with your wisdom and grace. We thank you for this opportunity to be together, to grow service of you and each of each other, and to complete our mission. Amen.
Amen. With that, we turn the student speaker meeting for 2021 over to Lion Paul Corvi. Lion Paul.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for participating tonight in a rather challenging time, but this is kind of fun to have a new forum. We'll try to keep this meeting short so that we can focus on what the student speakers have to say. I do have some introductory remarks. So I am the chairman this year. This is the 84th annual Student Speakers Contest. The contest is open to all students, all high school students in California, up to age 21. Our club, the Geneva-Excelsior Club, is hosting this first level of the contest, as are other clubs. All contestants at this level they're allowed to use notes, but not watches or clocks. And all contestants will receive a check from our club for participating. And the winner will go on to the next level. Ultimately, the Lions Club issues more than $100,000 in scholarship funds to the various winners. So besides being a great opportunity to speak to a group, it's also a great way to earn a scholarship. So the title of this year's contest is Distance and Online Learning, the Pros and Cons. Obviously a topic that's very familiar to the students this year. The purpose of this contest, and bear with me, I'm required to read both the purpose and the rules. The purpose is fourfold: to provide an opportunity for competitive public speaking among students on a subject of vital interest to the contestants and to the American people as a whole. 2, to stimulate self-expression and independent thinking. 3, to present to the public through the Student Speakers Contest the problems surrounding the maintenance of this country as a free nation. And 4, to consider the means at our disposal of meeting the present and future world problems. So those are the 4 purposes of the contest. The rules, bear with me, some of them are not applicable with our different format this year, but I'm required to read these rules. 1, a late contestant shall not compete if arrival time is after the draw of the speaker order for that contest. So I will be calling the speakers by numbers. We have 2 speakers, and I'll refer to them as speaker 1 and 2 at this point to avoid the possibility of bias. 2, no one may enter or leave the room while a contestant is speaking. Entry or departure to the room can be made during the intermissions. 3, no smoking, food, or beverages are allowed during the contest except beverages during intermissions. With the exceptions, the speakers may drink water during their speech. 4, please do not applaud the speakers until after the judges' worksheets have been collected. 5, each speaker will speak for no less than 5 minutes and no more than 10 minutes, or penalty scoring deductions will be applied with no warning signals to be given. 6, there will be a quiet 3-minute intermission between and after speakers, and as much time as needed after the final speaker to allow judges to complete scoring cards. There shall be no conferring with judges during the contest. 7, no photography, video, or audio taping will be allowed during the contest. Only an MD4 Lions video rep will be authorized to record the final contest. 8, all noise, this one's important, all noise emitting electronic devices such as phones, etc., must be turned off until the contest is completed. 9, any protest relative to the contest must be made to me as the chairman before the winner is announced. 10, the contest chairman shall receive and verify the teller's worksheets before announcing the results. Possible disqualifications. 1, use or display of props of any nature. 2, uniforms or any method of personal identification, including saying the name of the contestant and any school. 3, failure to give reference source of quoted material in manuscript submitted at the area level. We're at the club level, so don't worry about that yet. 4, use of any and all notes at the club level is acceptable. 5, use of prompters. 6, publication of speech, except for very brief quotations in print or electronic media, such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc., prior to completion of the final contest. 7, acceptance of awards other than those approved by the Council of Governors of MD4 Lions. 8, participation in more than one Lions Club contest during the contest year. And finally, 9, watches or electronic devices of any kind shall not be worn or used by the contestants during the contest. That's the end of the rules. And with that, I would like to invite speaker number 1 to proceed. Before we go on to the next speaker, our second and final speaker, after all that extra chat and extra effort Lyle went through, I forgot to read the new and special COVID rule. So one more rule to add. Due to restrictions of the COVID-19 virus, the MD4 Lions student speakers contest may be canceled at any time, thus ending the Lions 4th District Student Speaker Foundation obligation for funding scholarships. So if looks like we're ready, if speaker number 2, if you'd like to please participate and present to us. Before I'm pushed out, one quick comment, and Lion Bob, you might want to take over here, but I'm going to ask the students, in the sake of time, to go ahead and introduce themselves once the judges are out in the breakout room. Not yet, but the judges and I will be in a separate quiet room, but this is a good time for the students to introduce themselves and any guests that may be online or on Zoom with us now. Any guests or family, they'd be welcome to invite or welcome to introduce them as well. With that, Lyle, you can boot me out.
It's already trying to.
Everybody's disappearing. There you go. I got my voice back. All right, I think it's just down to us core people again. And let us do this. Speaker number one, would you like to introduce yourself and any guests that you may have on the line or in the room? Go right ahead. Let us know.
So first of all, I would like to thank Lion Ken and my speech coach, Tim Carlisle, for allowing me to get a chance at the speech competition. My name is Dylan Louie, and I'm a freshman at Lowell High School. Thank you.
And speaker number two, where are you? And name and where you went to school, where you going to school.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to, I guess, see you guys. Kind of. My name is Jason Fong. I am also a ninth grader at Lowell High School. And here with me today is my Junior Giants commissioner, Lori Greenberg, and my mom. So yeah, I just want to thank both of them for helping me get through this process, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
I got to watch the voices. Now, Lowell High School, one of the things that the Lions Club has done at Lowell High School a few years ago, and I was involved in it, is set up what is known as a Leo Club. That means we come and help establish a club that's made out of guys and ladies like you are. We begin to teach them Lionism, which means we share things and we serve. We find projects that we can work on. We worked on 2 projects at Lowell. One of them was collecting books, just going around and collecting them and then giving them to certain organizations and younger groups who needed them. And the other was working at, which was then a food bank, cooking and place up on Taravell and 15th. There's a church there. And on Saturdays, the members of the Leo Club came in and they helped distribute food and work with the senior citizens, especially you that are bilingual or trilingual, as many of us are here in San Francisco. We had a chance to work on that. So that was one of the things that if to begin now, we do have a couple Leo clubs in our district, to begin now working at a Leo club. And when we get back in, shall we say, a little bit more indoor, and we can establish that. It's easy to do it. We know how to do it. We've done it before. I've worked with the school themselves, the principals and so forth. And so that might be something that you may be thinking about and begin spreading the word around. The reasons the guys did it and the ladies at Lowell before was that you do so well in your grades, and I'm sure you'll continue to do that when the colleges and other places look at you, that they're always looking at, well, they did well in their grades, but what else did they do? The Leo Club is one of your strong volunteer social things that you can do to help. What do I want to say? Make your resume look a little better when you send it to colleges, because today colleges don't seem to look at, oh yeah, you got all those A's and you played football and you did, but what else can you do? They're looking more at how much social interaction did you have? Did you go out in the real world for a while and help people and run into situations? So keep that in mind, and if it becomes something that you want to do or establish at Lowell, let us know. We'll help to put together a club for you. Okay, so that is one of the things that keep in the back of your mind. Outside of that, it's always fun for me to see I shouldn't say youngsters, should I? You're the young adults of the world. We put 3, well, they were nephews and nieces of mine through Lowell High School, so I remember it very well and the things we did. But when we did that, they were let's say they had a different nickname than they have today, okay? Shows you how far back we go. So this is where, we are. The Lions in the adult world, we do many things like our club. We do two things that every Lion clubs do. We raise money, and we do that through various projects that we have. One, school takes them and puts them in a school that helps them learn how an American school works. They learn English, many of them are Spanish, they learn Spanish again. We do two things for them. We do a Thanksgiving where we go in and give them for lunch, the turkey and all the trimmings that go with it, and they tell us what Thanksgiving is and what it does. And then with the cooperation of the Los Bomberos, that's the Spanish guys that work for the San Francisco Fire Department, we bring in Santa Claus. So those are some of the things that we do. And if you want to keep the Leo Club in your thoughts and background, you know how to get in touch with us, and we can help you do that. And now it looks like there's a few people back on the screen.
Yes.
So I think it's time to go back just a while.
The winner has been determined. If you can call on Lion Paul, who needs to unmute himself.
Okay, if Mr. Paul will Lion Paul, if you unmute yourself, you have the attention of everybody.
My wife hates it when I unmute myself, but thank you for all being so generous.
Yeah, there are times. We all know that.
Okay, do we have everyone? I don't see everyone. I think I need to change my view here to include everyone. Great. Okay.
Stand out the world here, yes.
All right. So, excellent job from everyone, speakers especially. We know, and all of us know, how difficult it can be to speak in front of a group. Not only were they speaking, they researched and prepared and wrote their speeches, and given it in this unusual forum just adds another element of a challenge. But I don't know if we can even do this usually as a group. We can all give them a warm round of applause and a thank you for participating. If we can do that. Maybe it's an unmuted clap by some people, but I see hands, so that's great. So we have close scores, 2 excellent speakers. Of course, we have to pick one, and it's my duty to present the certificate to our winner, Jason Fong. Congratulations, Jason. I don't see a video, Jason, but you might want to flip it on if you can, please.
There he is.
For some reason, I'm not seeing Jason's video or audio. Oh, there we go.
Unmute yourself, Jason.
Excellent.
He's here. There he goes.
Wonderful. Okay. So congratulations, Jason. I will mail you a certificate like this. In fact, this one, as well as a check. The club rules require a check for $100, no more, no less. So that will be sent as well. We'll have to figure out logistics on that. And also a big round of applause for our second speaker, Dylan Louie. Congratulations. Thank you for participating, and excellent job also. And I'll mail you your certificate and a check for $25. Again, that's in keeping with the Lions Club California rules. If either of the speakers want to make any additional comments, sorry, I was in the other room. You're welcome to do so, no pressure. But I assume that you already introduced any guests that you might have tonight. So I don't want to put you on the spot to do any more talking but you're welcome to make any additional comments if you wish.
All right. Thank you everyone for allowing me to have this experience. It was a great time doing this. And I had my mom, but I forgot to introduce her.
Why don't you please introduce her now? Wonderful. Thank you for participating.
She looks like a lion. Thank you, everybody, from the San Francisco Bay Area and East Century Lions. We couldn't hold a club because of conflict of interest, but I appreciate you allowing my son to participate.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. Jason, any further comments from you? I'm sorry.
I just wanted to thank Lori for helping me with this, and my mom. I don't know she's named as Fong right now. That's my mom. Yeah, and
Excellent.
I'm just really grateful, and yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay. So our judges, thank you to the judges as well. And believe it or not, I have certificates for judges too. So there we go. I did this in kind of backwards order, so bear with me, but Judge Ted Barnfield, I have a certificate for you. I'm sure you'll appreciate that. It has my signature. Judge Ted Barnfield has a master's, has an MBA and also a master's in accounting, and has engaged in extensive public speaking with international, many careers, but most recently as a leader, financial leader for an international law firm. In fact, several large international law firms where he was conducting many meetings and presentations, and has extensive speaking experience. So thank you, Mr. Barnfield, for participating. If you'd like to make any comments at this time, you're welcome. Okay. Mr. Whitley Ashley is a litigation attorney and has, I won't even tell you how many years of litigation experience, and is obviously, as in his capacity as an attorney, done trials and engaged in and teaching law classes. So he has extensive public speaking as well. Mr. Ashley, do you care to grace us with any comments?
Well, I want to commend both the speakers on taking on this challenge. I want to underscore how important it is to present yourself in life in all things as a well-spoken individual. And that means not only in terms of your vocabulary, but how you present yourself in a measured, thoughtful fashion. Don't ever fall into the trap of thinking that talking loud and boisterously is persuasive. And you both did a great job in following what I feel is a very important rule in that regard of public speaking and presenting yourself in life. So I commend you both, gentlemen, and thank you for doing a great job, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments, Whit. Judge number 3 is Ellen Paul. Thank you so much, Ellen. Ellen is a teacher with an advanced degree in special education, and has been our judge in the past. And so she's very good at doing this, and I appreciate her participating again. She's also the mother of 2 incredibly successful adult children and now grandchildren. So she wears many hats. Ellen, certificate for you as well. And if you wish to make any comments, you're welcome to, but I don't wish to put you on the spot. But I do wish to thank you.
Well, you're very welcome, and thank you.
Hopefully you heard that.
Yes.
Sorry about the
Okay,
machine.
good. Yeah, she's having trouble. She's using my daughter's computer sitting next to me, and so she's had a problem with both the video and the audio.
Well, Ellen, I'm just glad that you're not using someone's computer that has turned you into a cat, as has happened to other attorneys.
I saw that.
Okay, very good.
And our 4th judge, John Paul. Thank you so much. John Paul has also been our judge in the past for many contests. He's been speaking certainly loudly at times as my former Boy Scout master, but did an incredible job leading many young Boy Scouts and many other groups He also has advanced degrees in education and worked as a special education teacher and a union leader, and incredibly many other things I cannot even begin to list. So John, thank you again. Comments?
Yes, I'd like to say that that's excellent that you give a chance for young people to get in front of a group and to present a coherent idea, and then the preparation as well. The Lions Speech Contest has been wonderful, and I really appreciate allowing me to be a judge. Thank you. And thank you both speakers as well. All right.
I might add that John, in fact, is a high school student, perhaps didn't quite volunteer, but ended up participating and winning the Lions Club speech contest in California. So really great to see him back and participating as a judge. Anyone, thank you to all of you and the Lions and the tellers and timers and judges and everyone. Just a couple of quick wrap-up notes to let you know that the next contest, as I've been told tonight, we don't know the time, but you're all welcome to participate in viewing the next level contest in 2 weeks. I'll be sending more information to the next participant. As far as this contest goes, like I said, this is the 84th year that this is taken place. If anyone is interested in learning more about the contest or joining the Lions, we're a group that volunteers, we serve. You can make tax-deductible donations to the Lions nonprofit foundation, which runs this and other events. And if anyone has suggestions for topics for next year's contest, please feel welcome to contact me, or you can check online and submit online through the Lions website. Thank you all for participating in what was a bit of a challenge, but really quite fun. So I think that concludes our meeting, and we'll end it there. I'll turn it back over to Lion Bob.
Just one other point. On behalf of the Lions Club, I want to thank Lion Paul Corvi for taking on this new challenge, which has got him new knowledge, which we will use in the future, I'm sure. Okay, so thank you very much, Paul.
One last comment on that, and sorry for so much speaking, but Lyle Workman deserves special recognition for being our host tonight, setting up the Zoom and answering a million questions and putting in hours of effort. So thank you, Lyle.
Yes, especially to Lyle, who is the man behind the curtain that we all need, right?
I'm the man behind the curtain.
That? Okay.
There were some technical problems. Hopefully nobody noticed too terribly much.
Didn't notice them a thing. They all worked well. And guys, you go out there and have fun. Keep working along. And the Lions Club is here to help you anytime you need it.
Before our guests leave, Lion Ken, do you have any words of wisdom?
Oh, yes, Lion Ken.
Oh, always let a PDG talk. Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank Lion Paul and Lion Lyle and the Geneva-Excelsior Lions for hosting a contest. There are fewer clubs participating each year, and it was my pleasure to be able to assist in placing these two young gentlemen in your contest. Great job. Jason and Dylan, really good as far as for the first time, and so you have a few years ahead of you to compete in the coming years. Jason, unless you go all the way to the final and win, you won't be able to participate anymore. But it gets tougher, and if you've ever experienced the student speaker contest from the club level all the way to the final, like I have, it is truly amazing at every level. And so it's a great program that the Lions of California have supported. And so thank you again, Geneva-Excelsior, and good luck to you, Jason, and good luck to both of you in returning to school. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. And we can now adjourn this part of the meeting and move forward to our board meeting. Ken, you're welcome to stay for that if you'd like to.
I'm gonna go eat dinner, and I
Go
feel
eat dinner. That's a
very
great-
blessed, and I'm sure Lion Paul is feeling really relieved right now. Good job, Paul.
Okay. Thank you, Lion Ken. Appreciate that.
Excellent.
And young men, go out there and get them. Don't be stopped. Okay? It's the goal out there that you can get. And we're here to help you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you again. Bye.
Well, as we say, that was fun, right? It's always nice to see the youngsters that are coming up. It's not only encouraging, but it's kind of scary because when I was a freshman, I couldn't find my first class. I don't think. Yeah, so things have changed a little bit in life. Okay, now, with all assistance, let's do this. Geneva-Excelsior Lion board meeting. Get on the right page.
Hold
Wait, I
on.
thought I'd let you know that the next part of this is just the Lions board meeting. You're welcome to see what it's like. It's up to you, but the student speakers is finished, and thanks very much for participating. And thanks for your
Whit.
comments.
Well, that one I didn't turn off, but it didn't ring.
Oh, you're a bad boy.
That's a fax coming in. Okay, I'll turn it off.
Mr. Ashley, do you wish to stay?
I am actually typing something to you, but maybe I'll just say thank you so much. I've seen the Lions Club in action before, and I'm believe strongly in community service, and so I know the effort you all put in and the time you put in, and I thank you so much for what you do for the community in that regard and our society in general.
Well,
And we thank you. It's been a pleasure and honor to have you, sir.
Thank you so
One
much.
comment to that. In fact, I meant to mention, besides Whit's many years as an attorney and litigator, Whit also does considerable volunteer work through the Red Cross, the fire department, and many other organizations. So I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that, Whit.
Okay, well, we
No need
Yeah,
to
thank you.
apologize. Thank you.
no. We've enjoyed working with the Los Bomberos and supporting their toy program, and I do a little history work for them occasionally. So it's there are places we really like. One of them is the fire department.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Go for it, Bob.
I'm picking up the right thing here. Geneva-Excelsior board meeting. We're going to call it to order. Secretary Joe, would you do the find out who's here for us? Do the roll call, please. Unmuting. Can we unmute everybody? Joe, unmute yourself.
I can mute everybody, but I cannot unmute everybody. You have
Okay,
to
well
unmute
then if he
themselves.
can hear us, he can unmute himself.
Put a sign up.
Put a sign up.
Say unmute.
I did. I
Put a
asked him to unmute. There you go, Joe. You're done.
We got him. He's ready.
Sharon Eberhardt,
Here.
Zenaida Lawhon,
Yep.
Robert Lawhon.
Yep.
Viella DuPont.
Anybody else?
How about Steve Martin and George Soleil?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. We only heard part of the roll call, but due to the fact that we have certain people here, do we have a quorum?
Yes.
Good. Do we have the minutes of the previous board meeting?
Yes.
He's keeping them to himself.
The meeting was February 3rd. Lyle touched on the youth and community activities. He said the previous month had been slow. Letters were sent to all the groups, no problems. He talked about the Super Bowl coming up for the people that are in the football pool. He wanted them to know that Tampa Bay should be on top of this sheet. Paul Corvi was at Lake Tahoe at the time, but he informed the club that he sent invitations to our speakers contest to 12 different schools. And then we talked about a memorial in behalf of Hanford Clues. We wanted to see if the obituary had any special requests, and I'm not aware of any.
I couldn't find it.
Additionally, this club, when a member passes, this club makes a donation in that member's name, contribution, usually to the Lion's Eye Foundation.
Well, maybe that's something we ought to do.
That concludes the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been motioned and second that we approve the minutes. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And that motion is passed. Okay. That's done. Now, the treasurer's report.
The treasurer's report. Uh-oh, we're in trouble now.
You can take your tie off now, Lyle. Relax.
No, it's not a clip-on, so.
Oh, I didn't think so at all. I mean, it's so nicely tied. Yes.
It'll come off later. Anyway, just the dollars and the cents of it. One final report on the football pool. We made an even $2,000.
Yay.
And then on the youth and community, the group sale tickets, or the groups that sell tickets, are starting to send their books in. We received 2 small books thus far for a total of $1,460. And for those 2 small groups, we owe payouts of $1,022. So we made what, $340 on 146 books. So that's how it works. Any questions or comments, or you want me to dive deeper, or?
Lowell, do I still owe you money for the second prize?
You owe $100.
Okay, thank you. I'll put it in the mail.
No worries. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is the, excuse me, on the youth and community, what is the deadline to get the books in, and how do we encourage those people who still haven't sent them in to send them in?
Well, I've already gotten a majority of the clubs that sell the books have let me know that they're finalizing the returns and will get them to me in the next week or so, mostly. Actually, the deadline was the 3rd Wednesday of this month, which I had extended largely because the tickets came in slightly later than I imagined they would, because the beginning of the raffle was a little slower than I thought it would be.
Okay.
But we should be in fair shape.
Good. All right, anybody have any questions on that?
I make a motion, we accept the treasurer's report. It's kind of self-serving, but what the hell?
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that we accept the treasurer's report. All those in favor say aye, raise your hand, look good. Okay,
Aye.
and it is so passed.
Sweet.
Is anybody past due in their dues?
We have 2 members that are outstanding in their dues. That is Bill Maida and Rebecca Chin. The invoices went out at the end of December, beginning of January. So I wouldn't call them too late. I will be sending them a reminder invoice in the next week or so, though, just to jog their memory.
Good. All right.
Nothing nasty yet.
Mhm.
I'll sick Paul on them.
No, he was very good, by the way.
Yeah, Paul, you did a very, very nice job.
Yes,
Very professional.
absolutely.
You did
Well,
your homework.
I'd offer you all a beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Some healing waters. Yes.
Ship it to me.
I'll fax it to you.
Well, we have any other old business we'd like to discuss?
There is one thing in old business that we tabled at the last meeting, not formally, but we didn't finish it, and that is a donation in honor of Hanford Blues.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion that we make a donation to the Lions Eye Foundation in honor of Hanford in the amount of $100, which is generally speaking our traditional.
I second that motion.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we make a donation to the Lions Eye Foundation in honor of Lion Hanford. All those in favor say yay.
Yay.
Okay. And so moved, so passed, so done, and thank you, Hanford.
Absolutely. He was he was an extremely good member.
I have one question. At the, I don't know, some meeting I was at, I can't remember which one. Amy Fink brought up the fact that the clubs had been slow in getting in donations to LCIF.
That is on my list to bring up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, let's begin. Oh, no, we don't. New business screening. We don't know anything about that at the moment. Okay, now committee reports. Lyle, what is your committee that you want to bring up, please?
Well, actually, it's we have for the last few years made our donations at the end of the year or in June. There are currently 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 donations that I would like to bring up and release if possible. First one is Canine Companions for Independence. We have in our budget, we have $100 to purchase their raffle tickets, which they've been doing for the last several years. And I have received the tickets, and I have not sent them back because I wanted to bring it up at a board meeting. The total on that is $100, and I think the prize is a couple $1,000. Our chances of winning are pretty slim, but it's not really about winning. It's about giving the money.
You want to support them, yeah.
Okay. The second thing I would like to bring up is the City of Hope. This month, I think it's on March 28th, City of Hope is having their, I think it's their 68th annual thank you to the Lions Clubs for all the donations given during the year and so forth. And we have in our budget $250 slated to be donated to the City of Hope. I would like to add that to the list of donations to be sent out immediately. Third is we have $1,000 slated in our budget to be donated to the Lions Club International Foundation. I would like that to be released and sent to them. And then lastly, last year we gave $1,000 to the San Francisco Marin Food Bank. And I would include a motion among those 4 things to donate to them $1,000 again this year, sooner rather than later. Yeah. We missed the boat a little bit last month as far as Lions clubs are concerned in California. I don't know how many are aware that there was a big push last month to donate food. And something like 162,000 pounds of food was donated by the Lions Clubs of California. Unfortunately, we were not included in that. Somehow we missed it, which is, one of those things. But we can donate to that general food program by giving to the San Francisco Food Bank. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but my motion is to release those 4 items. $100 to the Canine Companions for their tickets, $250 to the City of Hope for donation, $1,000 to Lions Club International, and $1,000 to the San Francisco Food Bank. Okay.
Lyle, in addition, how does our annual donation to Balboa High School stand?
Right now, it stands fine. What we need to find out before we release some of the other donations is how much actual income we're going to have. I mean, we have the money. Don't get me wrong. My question concerning Balboa is school is not in session. And it has not been in session for a year. Okay. We can donate the money, but I'll have to be very honest and say, I have been dissatisfied with the explanation of where that money goes. I've asked a couple of times of Emily and haven't really received a satisfactory answer as far as I'm concerned. I don't mind giving the money regardless, but nevertheless, I still would like a good explanation of how it's used. You can't just say it's used on the students. Well, this year, where are the students? But anyway, that's just my opinion on that particular one.
Good
perspective. There are several others in our budget, but we can afford to give everybody what we budgeted and still have money left. But our income is going to be down this year because we didn't have the credit fee, and that's several $1,000s. So we need to look at that toward the end of the year. After the raffle's done, what's our bottom line on the raffle going to be? Right now, I can't tell you. I can tell you, we made, if it were to end today, our gross profit is somewhere around $8,100. But out of that, we need to pay the prizes, which is $3,500, and then also some expenses that I have incurred. I don't know the number off the top of my head. It's a couple $100, $250 or something like that. But so, figure we made, at least $4,100, $4,200, somewhere in that general vicinity. So it's pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
The members for the most part don't need to do anything. The way it's set up right now, I run it out of my office. It's not hard. It requires some time, but other than that, it's not difficult. So there we have it. But anyway, that's my motion. Those 4 items, which adds up to $2,350.
Okay, anybody second that motion?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 donations that we give. We take a motion, everybody says, let's do it. How do we vote for it? Yes, ma'am. Yes, let's do it.
Raise your hand.
Okay, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Raise.
Anybody has reservations about any of this?
No, I don't. No.
Don't be bashful.
No. I think we have to do these things and keeping in mind where we are. And I agree with if we give the money to somebody, we've got to know where and how it's spent, especially in this economy today, who's in, who's out, et cetera. So we're all watching everything, not only from a club standpoint, but many of us from a home standpoint as well. So it's been moved and passed, et cetera. And You got it. Just let us know at the next board meeting. Okay.
Okay, excellent. One more thing I want to bring up. This kind of happens in the background. I just filed with the Secretary of State our statement of information for our corporation, which is the Geneva-Excelsior Lions Club Incorporated. And that was a whopping $20. So,
Oh.
and that is paid every 2 years.
We can handle that.
Okay.
It's going to be a drain on our financial resources. I'm going to have to go sell something to
Well, I'm
make
sure
20
the
bucks.
state can use all the money that they can get. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't know. No, that's as far as we'll go with it.
Just what the state needs, some more money. Money.
Yeah.
As a board meeting, we're supposed to repeat the names of the nominees for next year's offices.
Thank you very much, Lion Joe.
Thank you, Lion Joe. And that
You have the names, Lion Joe?
I think George should have the name. He handled it. Lion George, you remember the names?
Unmute yourself, buddy.
On mute. Push the little button there. There you go.
I don't have a list with me right now, but
it just so happens I have a list in front of me.
You're backed up again, Slay.
Could you read that for us, please?
I can read that, and I have to apologize to the club that the list was not included in the last bulletin. That's my bad, but it will be in the next bulletin. For president, we have the illustrious Lion Bob Lawhon.
Still here.
For vice president, we have the ever popular Lion Zenaida Lawhon.
She's upstairs.
And just hope she doesn't treat you like Carmela does.
That's a long time.
Okay, for secretary, we have the illustrious Lion Joe Farah. For treasurer, we have the reluctant myself.
Yeah, it's consistent.
For lion tamer, we have Lion Bill Graziano, who is not here to protect himself. So I think we ought to move him up to president and move.
I would do that.
Demote Bob.
I sent him a text message because I know that's what he wanted. I didn't hear a thing from him. Okay.
Rats. Okay. For the tail twister, we have the twisting lion Bob Finetch, who is also not here to protect himself. Our two directors are Lion Steve Martin and Lion Sharon Eberhardt. Our membership chairman is Lion Bill Graziano. Immediate past president. There was a little controversy about this, about who should be the last president, but I have written down Lion George Soleil, since he was actually not the last president, but the last.
In my house within the last week.
President. And then for a club administrator who, my only job I accept on that is to fill out the forms on Lions International. So there we go.
Which board members are being bumped by these two board members?
Well, Lion Sharon Eberhardt is a return candidate, but Lion Viola DuPont was given the cowboy boot. For no particular reason.
Thank you.
I don't think she really has time anyway.
Well, she does, but she's busy visiting her people in Arizona and all kinds of stuff.
They're going to be getting ready soon. I think they're still raising money for their clinic, but I think soon, maybe, I don't know if it'll be this year, they're going to have to start building. So
yeah,
she's got, she's really busy, I'm sure.
Well,
that job.
I don't think your feelings were too hurt. So that's our slate of officers.
Thank you.
I make a motion, we accept the slate as presented.
We need a second.
Second.
All right. It's
All in
been-
favor?
We can't vote on it yet, not
Seconded and
until,
all in favor? Let's see, all in favor?
it has to be published.
It has to be publish.
Yes.
Okay, moved and set and move, and that will publish it, and then we'll make it official because it's
We'll
public.
report it at the appropriate time
Why?
to the appropriate people.
Good. All right.
Thank you for bringing that up, Elijah. Joe. Totally forgot about that.
Okay, and one more thing, Lion Joe, do we have any bills to be paid?
Ask the treasurer.
Oh, well, it says to ask the secretary, but we can ask the
Well,
treasurer?
Sometimes I forward the bills to the secretary, but there are no bills that have been forwarded. The only bills we have are the ones we approved already by motion.
Okay, good. Well,
Although there will be checks to be written to the two students.
That's automatic. As soon as I have the information. Now, question, while I have you here, do you want me to send the checks to you so you can send the certificate and all the rest of the stuff all at one time?
Probably
Okay.
makes sense.
Good idea.
If you send me an email with their names and who gets what, I'll get the checks in the mail tomorrow.
Got it. Thank you, Lyle.
No worries.
Well done. Okay. And
I thought the speakers were quite good.
yes, they were.
Yeah.
Once they got into it,
Yeah.
they were fine. I like the, how they said, what their problems were, the issues, and then this is what we did, and I'm missing this. I mean, they're being very straightforward. They're not glossing over anything. And
I was a little bit confused on the second speaker as to when his speech actually began,
Me too. Me too.
because he started out by thanking the Lions Club, which ordinarily is not part of his speech.
He came in just under the wire time-wise.
Okay.
yeah, he had, but he had a little more physical,
I thought his presentation was lively and funny, so that was pretty good.
The
Mr.
rules say that
Personality.
the salutation is included in the time. So once they start speaking, that's included.
Oh, really? The salutation is, huh?
I didn't know
That's
that.
what I believe.
That's
yes.
good to
Oh,
know.
okay. Interesting,
Good to know.
because without the salutation and without his thanking us at the end, I had him at 3.5 minutes. But I didn't know what was what. It's a good thing I'm not a timer. I'm tough. I pressed the button. Stop, stop, stop.
It was nice to see that they
both of these speakers from the San Bruno Club.
I believe so. They're both freshmen at Lowell.
Yeah, they both had their mothers with them.
Good. But were they originally going to speak at the San Bruno contest?
No.
Okay.
I know they had 4 speakers, so he gave us one of the students from Lowell, he gave to us because we were a San Francisco club.
Got it.
And the other kid, apparently he came from the San Francisco Bay Area New Century Club, which
Yeah.
for some reason he couldn't represent. So I don't know why.
His mother's a member of the club. That's why.
Is that why?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yes.
Oh, okay.
The conflict of interest there. Yeah.
Exactly. I did attend their student speaker contest last night, San Bruno's, and they had 3 speakers, I guess. Theirs went quite smoothly.
Yeah, they're pros.
Yeah, well, it was a little bit unusual in that they had slides, introducing the speakers and so forth and so on, and they kept the slides on the screen the entire time. So the speakers, for the most part, were relegated to a little tiny window way on the side. So, so it was a little bit unusual. I found out by pushing buttons and stuff later on that you can flip the view. In other words, put the speaker in the middle and the slide on the side. But I didn't know that while the speakers were speaking. I found it out later.
No, I liked it the way you did it. I like it the way you did it.
Well, the reason I kept it open like this is because if I had slides, it would be the same problem. Everybody would be looking at a really small window shoved off to the side of the screen. And even if you knew how to flip it, what happens is the resolution does not improve from the small window. So it looks really grainy. It didn't look very good. But that's one of the reasons I kept it like it was. So anyway, that's, you know,
So that,
hopefully,
anyway, to
hopefully
have,
it worked out.
we really ran two meetings tonight in a sense, simultaneously, and then brought them back into one.
But the scoring was fast. I was surprised.
It was simplified.
Yeah. It was very, very good. I was.
What do you mean you simplified it?
Well, I mean, just with only two speakers, and it was unanimous except for one judge, and that one judge was only off by 1 point, so it was very clear.
Cool.
So what do you guys do in that black room?
Can't tell you.
It's a guy thing.
Well, I have to do that for my region meeting. I'm trying to get some education here. I have no idea why, because when you do it in person, you don't do that.
It involves very secret handshakes and a lot of drinking.
No, it does not.
It's a room cave, actually.
Yes, does. There are certain things.
Sharon, what happened in the breakout room was, as I explained in the video, I believe you looked at, the judges, the timers were asked if anybody was over or under time. It was recorded on the judges' worksheet. The judges announced their scores to the tellers, and then the tellers did the figuring as to who actually won. So it's some talking back and forth, is really all it amounts to.
And Paul, what did you do as the chairman back there?
Made sure that I stayed out of everyone's way. No, just coordinated. It was very simple because the scores were very obvious. So that and there was no penalties were given for time over or under. So that simplified that first step. And then the scores were so obvious that it was just a simple process.
You only go through the first test, I guess, huh?
I'm sorry?
You only needed to go through the first test?
Right.
Right.
So does the chairperson really need to be in that room with the judges and the tellers and the...
Well, if it's important that someone, it doesn't have to be the chairman, but there needs to be a moderator that really knows what's going on so that the numbers go in the right place. If somebody has a question, you need somebody knowledgeable there so that the question can be answered and the winner can be determined.
Because this is going to be a problem for me.
Well, if you feel you cannot do it, you need to find somebody that could be like your, kind of a co-chairman, somebody that is knowledgeable that can go into the room and answer any questions necessary. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, my dilemma is you guys have the club there, right? And so Bob was able to carry on the portion of the speakers contest where you guys were in the back room. So I can't do that as the region chair. I can't be in two places.
Well, if you choose to be in the back room or the breakout room, you could find somebody to stand in for you and to, handle things.
Yeah. I guess it's going to depend on who shows up.
Well, if you feel you need to find somebody that can handle either the meeting or going into the breakout room as the student speaker, assistant, so to speak, you need to find somebody. for one of those two spots.
I know.
Well, you know a lot of people in the district.
That's easier said than done.
Okay, well, you've got 6 weeks to do it.
I know. I've got my judges.
Good.
Excellent.
That you got the hardest part.
That's the hardest part. That's right.
Good.
In fact,
All
one of them used to do the speaker contests for what was that gentleman that came to a couple of our meetings? He's in Daly City now.
Aaron Strauss?
Aaron Strauss. Yeah.
Yeah, he was here for a while.
Yeah. So and she's really excited.
Okay.
So I have to find tellers and timers.
Okay. Sharon, I have one question for you.
Right.
You have a shirt on with the Lions emblem on it. What does it say on the other side of it?
Sharon Eberhardt, Geneva-Excelsior.
Cool.
This is our official cabinet polo shirt.
Ah, okay.
We're supposed to wear these at meetings where our uniform is not required.
Good idea. I still have an old Geneva mission one. We might have worn that. Anyhow, what do you got there? Look at that. Look at that. Did you? That's very good. Very good.
You're the man,
Good night,
Paul.
everybody.
Yeah.
Got some crab stains on it probably, but
I have some photos of you at our conventions. You and Rosalinda. When Rosalinda actually had her accordion up there one year. And
oh, the lady has musical talents. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I want to say that was 2006, 2007, or somewhere in that general vicinity.
she was immediately arrested after that.
Yeah.
Using an accordion, go to jail.
Did the music police come and get her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it is 8 o'clock and the meeting is
I think those that want to move on to dinner or dessert or Netflix. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Hey.
Okay. I wanted to find out how your time's going concerning a project we may have with the SF General with that big certificate.
Yeah, well, I'm at Laguna Honda now, but I have a name for people over there.
Okay, well, you know where I am when you send it over, and then we'll see if we can do it together or something like that. I'm sorry, that's a little piece of personal history. I have a huge certificate. That certificate, it's actually actual bond for the San Francisco General Hospital in 1800 and something. And I have it framed and there's no use to keep it on the floor here. It was displayed in the doctor's office for quite a while and he's moved on. So I'll give it to the original organization here as we get rid of all these things that I have that you see behind me on the walls. Pass them on to people who really can preserve them. Well, okay, folks, thank you very much for your time, talent, knowledge. And let's go all out there and let's be safe and let's have a blessed
excellent.
time.
I'll make a motion.
You'll make a motion? It's been done?
We're out of
Okay.
here. My Bill's not here, so somebody's got to do it.
Okay, all right. Now, while you take off your tie and enjoy the rest of the evening.